Greetings everyone, Nishanbad here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So yes, we're back on Powerwash Simulator, and I tell you what, I pulled up the mission, and it's like, hey, you're 52% of the way through this. 52%. Oh my god! And the worst bit is that's a house that we need to like spray down soon, and I'm like, oh. But by that point, we should have a better gun, a better like power washy spray thing. Should all be good. Anyway, I got the fan going because actually, it's really weird watching it in the camera. It's spinning faster than that. Honestly, it is. Anyway, yeah. So we are back with Powerwash Simulator. Let me just boom. Let's jump right back in. Oh my god, yeah. I can see it all now. Oh, this is not fun. I mean, it is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I don't know if you guys are necessarily enjoying yourselves because it's okay. It's this is where something like this probably works better as a stream, and I don't just mean a stream of water. I just mean as a stream in general because you'd theoretically have a chat that you can bounce off of and whatnot. Me, I'm just having to try to figure out what I'm going to waffle about, and which doesn't usually go quite well. But we've had something interesting happen today. Exciting things have happened. We had a Nintendo Direct. That was kind of exciting. This makes it so not evergreen, but we abandoned the idea of Powerwash Simulator being potentially evergreen. When I was talking about the election last time, was I not? I think I was, but the upcoming election, should I say? Yes, we've had some new announcements, and I'm really excited for them. I'm just a new Zelda game. Yes, please, every time, and some more news on Metroid is obviously always appreciated. You know what? I'll just oh, some of this I swear I had cleaned. I could have swore I'd cleaned some of this. Because we'll leave this floor till like the end, I guess, because it's just awful. It is just the singular worst thing to try and clean. Hang on. Can I get that from here? I can just about. Excellent. There we go. So let's. Roof strut. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, I'm standing on something. Some. I'm standing on this little bit here. Excellent. Oh no! It's like, yeah, this is okay. Well, do I tend to? I'm like, shoot! Look at that. But anyway, yes, new Zelda game where we get to play as Zelda. I think the last time they did something like that, I mean, Zelda as a main protagonist, was the Philips CDI. So this is all quite exciting, isn't it? I mean, it's also I haven't watched any of the stuff. I just because I literally I was at work when the direct was on. I was actually in a training course at the time, um, so I came out of the training course and I just hopped on like news to catch the highlights and yes, new Zelda game. So I'm very excited because I just want to play it. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, and I should, but it's one of those ones that unfortunately, like, I love Breath of the Wild, but problem is Breath of the Wild is one of those games that takes up a lot of your time, and I don't have as much time as I used to for playing really dense games. It's why I'm not really doing as many like JRPGs as I would like to, just because I'm terrible for JRPGs as well. I will play them, I will grind, and I'll spend ages sort of playing it, and then I'll just sort of drop it. I'll just be like, you know what, I'm done. The game is either I'm at the end of the game and the final boss is just going to be I've lost interest, or I'm looking at potentially doing some of the late game like challenges, and some of that is just like, oh, you know what, I'm good. I'm fine, fam. I'll bail out of this game, and I really shouldn't do that. I've still got Final Fantasy 5 that I've been playing, and you know what? Final Fantasy 5 is an amazing game. if you haven't played Final Fantasy V, give it a try. You know, I remember playing it as part of the PlayStation's like anthology collection, and I don't remember it being sort of particularly deep in terms of like the story. I remember some like major points he says, but I never really got that far into it. And now that I've pretty much beaten the game, I've just got to defeat X-Death. Which actually, the final X-Death fight is really hard. I tried it a couple of times, like, oh, why is this so hard? I've even like, I've even got like most of the job classes maxed out. So you know, when I go back to being a freelancer, my stats are like pretty solid. But X-Death is like really proving to be like a really tough final boss. But maybe it's probably because I should probably do a bit more setting up things like shells and protects, hastes. Though he does dispel, so you know it's not a perfect strategy. But yeah, so yes, JRPGs. And I mean Zelda's not like a JRPG per se, but Breath of the Wild was such a dense game. There was so I've played through I've played through it like 3 times. Did it on master mode. That was fun. He says, immediately remembering why I hated master mode so much. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a challenge, but master mode was rough. And yeah, so I'm excited for new Zelda, and particularly because it's in that 2D style, and we haven't had a new 2D Zelda in a. I mean, obviously we had the Link's Awakening remake. The last time we had one like this was, I mean, Triforce Heroes would be probably my guess. But even then, that wasn't quite. And it was a multiplayer game. I mean, played a bit of Triforce Heroes. Me and Ryan played a fair bit of that. Enjoy it. It was fun to a certain extent. I was a Lonk, he was Link. We encountered a Lunk one time, so that was quite fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for a new Zelda, which is gonna play a little differently. That's the last, strictly speaking, the last 2D Zelda game we had, I think would be, you could say Cadence of Hyrule, couldn't you? That's a great game. If you haven't played Cadence of Hyrule, honestly, it's fun. Really challenging if you're not good at Crypt of the Necrodancer, but thankfully they have the mode where you can just sort of play it as a, where you don't have to play to the music. So that's how I beat that game. Because, rhythm-based things are not my forte. No, challenging games, fine, but rhythm, no. I have no sense of rhythm. I cannot feel the rhythm. I cannot feel the rhyme. But it's not bobsled time. But, yeah, so, new Zelda, play as Zelda, that's kind of, I mean, I suppose in Cadence of Hyrule you can play as Zelda. But, you know, this is a mainline Zelda game where we get to play as Zelda, which is kind of exciting. And looking at the images that I saw, just like the promo thing I saw of it, it looks like to be in the same style as the recent Link's Awakening remaster anyway, which, oh, I do like 2D Zeldas. We know this. I play the randomizers for A Link to the Past. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's like I would say it's a yearly tradition, and it's just a. It's one of those things that I just do. Me and a friend, we used to do, not necessarily race. Well, kind of, we did kind of do races at one point. We raced each other on some of the randos, and that's good fun. And we've done co-op randos, multi-worlds. I want to do another multi-world because multi-world is fun. But again, it's fun all the time because it involves other people, and doing stuff with other people is always a pain in the butt. You know, one of the things that they don't tell you when you become an adult is you just don't really have time for things. I mean, you do have time for things, but I don't think that. It pinged at me. It's clean. Stop cleaning it. So yeah, haven't got around to Tears of the Kingdom. Do I see myself getting it? The problem is it's been out for so long. I just don't see myself picking it up because certain games, unless I get them within a certain time frame, I probably don't pick them up. I'm the same with Mario games. I haven't played Bowser's Fury. It's been out for ages. Apparently, it's really good. Um, it's just something I just never got round to, and I do not see myself getting around to it, unfortunately. Which is kind of a shame. Ooh, is this the extraordinary Dr. Powerwash? An old house needs some TLC. Oh no, no, I'm. Oh, hang on a minute. I might. If you just give me a second, I just need to check something in the shop. No, it costs 900. I'm like so close. I'm so close to that upgrade, and once I get that upgrade, I'm gonna be so happy with myself because it's gonna make my life so much easier. He says, and then I'm just gonna be pining for the next upgrade. We know that's the case. I'm just gonna be pining for the final upgrades, and it's just like where it's gonna make jobs like this pretty trivial. I say no, it probably doesn't. It will help, but it won't be like just get these boards cleaned. Yeah, hopefully we'll get. I don't know if problem is if we don't get this job done today, I will finish this job in my own time and move on to the next one because to spend because once I clean this climbing frame, it's going to be the flooring, and the flooring is just going to take forever, and that's not going to be fun for anyone. It's certainly not going to be fun for me. But I want to try and get myself into a position where I can buy the new thing, preferably today. That'd be lovely. Come on. And maybe by next time as well, I would have actually tuned into the direct. I can't guarantee that. And I can actually give some proper opinions on things. Not that my opinion matters too much to people, because I am I am a nobody. I'm quite happy being a nobody. I enjoy doing what I do. I don't really do it for my own personal enjoyment. A little bit of the pride to say, yeah, I did this. Recently I've been playing a lot of Doom. So much Doom, as a matter of fact. I've been playing through all the old ports of Doom. The only one I've got left of classic Doom, strictly speaking, is... Well, I've got two. I've got the Atari Jaguar version, which is proven to be really challenging, just because it's difficult to explain. So each version, each port of Doom that I've done has had its own quirks. The Super Nintendo one is very interesting and probably shouldn't exist. It's one of those things that is quite frankly a marvel of programming. I would say it probably shouldn't exist. Then you got the Sega 32X, which is a very interesting version. It's very much stripped down. It only has chapters 1 to 2, so you're only doing Knee Deep in Dead and Shores of Hell. It doesn't even have the BFG, which is a real shame because it would have been nice to use the BFG for a couple of moments. And then the 3DO. That was a fascinating journey. Just because the 3DO version is notoriously bad, and the person who did all that, I think her name's Rebecca Heinemann. Fantastic job she did, all things considered. Is it a good port? It's interesting. I plan to I want to do something about the ports. I want to kind of do a bit more of a deep dive into them. I say deep dive. It's going to be more like a bit of a ranking on them, but I need to finish off the Atari version, which again is proving to be quite difficult because there's something about the game. It just runs so fast, like ridiculously fast, and it's proving to be more challenging than I really want it to be. It probably does have something to do with the frame rate. You know, I'm getting BizHawk is running at 60 frames per second, but everything seems to just be so much faster. Pinkies outside of Nightmare run faster than they do on Nightmare, and it is terrifying. They are literally just on you within seconds, which is not good. That's not a pleasant experience. And projectiles move like it feels like the projectiles move like 3 times faster. It is insane. You need cat-like reflexes, and because the game moves so much quicker. When I watched the demo, like the demo that happens when you're still on the title screen for a little while, even like the demo seems to move really quickly. Like Doom Guy is firing that shotgun so fast, but I don't feel that when I'm playing. I feel like I'm firing at a normal speed whilst the rest of the game is like super accelerated, and it is not pleasant. It is not fun. It is actually ridiculously frustrating. And I don't know. I mean, I'm tempted to limit the frame rate of it and see what occurs. I mean, you could argue that then I'm not playing it at the way it's supposed, but then again, I'm not playing it the way it's supposed to be played because I'm not playing on the Atari Jaguar. And then there's the PlayStation and Sega Saturn versions. They're interesting, very interesting, just because they're sort of a best of those console ports of that generation, because they're all built off. Oh, I say all. Most of them are built off the Atari Jaguar's like level set. I'm not sure if the Atari Jaguar one came first or what have you, but they all use that same level set. So there isn't a Cyber Demon, there isn't a Spider Mastermind. The last level was actually the secret level for episode 2, Fortress of Mystery, which is a pretty rubbish stage, truth be told. But yeah, and then you got the Sega Saturn and PlayStation 1 versions, which use that same base level set, but they include some of the stuff from Ultimate Doom. So we're talking Die Flesh Consumed, episode 4, and it does include the Cyber Demon fight, but doesn't include the Spider Mastermind. So it's a bit like, what are we playing at here? Why is the Spider Mastermind in the Doom, just in the Doom 2 level set, when playing a lot of Doom you realize that the Spider Mastermind is not a good boss. It's nowhere near as imposing as the Cyber Demon, mostly because when you reach usually if you're reaching the Spider Mastermind, if you've been playing well, you have the BFG. The BFG can basically like nuke the Spider Mastermind in like pretty much a single shot with good luck. Most of the time you're not gonna have good luck, probably take 2, but it also has a high pain chance, so you can stagger it quite easily. So yeah, I've never really understood why the Spider Mastermind was always seen as like, you know, Spider Mastermind is not the big bad, unless you talk about Doom 2016 Spider Mastermind, which is a really frustrating boss fight. Really good though. Puts the Spider Mastermind back as the queen of the Doom demons. I say Doom zombies, they're not all zombies, they're demons. So yeah, there we go. Excellent. The floor is cleared. So let's But yeah, I'm hoping that, and because I've been doing this as part of retro achievements. retro achievements is basically my latest obsession, really. Just being able to get achievements for retro games, that things that I either used to play as a kid or things that I wanted to play as a kid but never actually got around to playing. It's weirdly satisfying. It's weirdly satisfying to kind of turn around and be like, I've got, these achievement sets for these games, which, and it logs it. It kind of says, hey, you've beaten this game, or you've mastered this game. You've got all the achievements in this set. That's super satisfying. But then again, I'm a bit of an achievement. I'm not. I don't necessarily always hunt down all the achievements in the game. I typically just go for the ones that I feel would be viable for my personal skill level. So that's the only thing that I kind of don't like about retro achievements. Sometimes the achievement sets are just maybe a little too challenging. Like, I don't mind there being some challenge, but I think, again, going back to Doom for PlayStation 1, one of the achievements there is to, in one play session, so you're talking about one play session is just playing through the game without basically turning it off. But you've got to kill one of every enemy with the chainsaw. That would include the Spider Mastermind and Cyber Demon. And so far, I've encountered like 2 Cyber Demons in my entire playthrough of Doom 2. And that was one in the Tower of Babel and the other one in Doom... PS1 Doom's one of its bonus levels. So it's like, well, hang on a minute. Trying to kill the Cyber Demon with a chainsaw is not an easy ask. So I'm not quite sure how I would approach that achievement. Particularly because the PlayStation version of Doom, if you die, it doesn't have saves. If you die, you start the level again, pistol starting it. So unless you've got a stage where the chainsaw is available. So again, the Marshes, which is Ultimate Doom's PS1 and Saturn exclusive secret level, you'd be able to do it there, but because you can get a chainsaw. But if you were to try and do it in Tower of Babel, no chance. There's also a fist only defeat the Cyber Demon in Tower of Babel, which again would be very difficult. It's not impossible. I've seen people who are much better at Doom than me punch a Cyber Demon to death. It's doable. Preferably you'd want a Berserk pack, but it's not out of the realms of feasibility. The timing is... It's one of those things that once you got the timing down, you could probably do it quite easily, but I'm not. I'm not even gonna humor it. So, that means that version of Doom, I'm not going to be able to master, because I'm just not going to want to try and put in that effort to try and get that achievement. And there are some games where it's some of the mastering achievements aren't like, some of the full sets aren't too terrible. I mastered Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo. That was it. That was a challenging game. I kind of want to talk about that one as well, just because it's probably, like, as far as movie tie-in games goes, it's actually pretty good. Like, if you kind of just treat it as a game set in the world of Alien, but which is just going to end in the same way that the Alien 3 movie does, with Ripley sacrificing herself to kill the queen embryo that's inside her. But other than that, it is a challenging game. Even more so challenging because I decided to play it on hard, where I think enemies are probably a little bit tankier. Health pickups give you less. I suffered for my sins on that one, but that's my own fault. I only have myself to blame. I could have had a much easier time, but I decided that I was too good for. I decided I was a bit too good for that. Oh, we're nearly there, aren't we? No, wait, is it 900 or 950 I need? Hang on. It is 900. Yes! The problem is, I now have this version, but I do not have the, hang on. I do not have all the nozzles. Oh, this does it feel better? I don't know. I don't know if this feels better. Again, chances are what we'll do is we'll definitely have to come back to this though, because it is just okay. Where was that grime? It's gonna be in the little nooks, isn't it? There we go. Excellent. Awesome. Most of this looks pretty. Oh, that one's not clean. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. Excellent. Again, this climbing frame mostly clear now, which is great. Let's just keep sort of using my amazing Dirto vision. Excellent. Bro. Okay, you know what? Let's. Hang on, I thought I just saw slide guard. Come on. Really? Is it gonna be like in this little? Oh, it's on top. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Right. Excellent. Ooh. Again, if I can get this structure clear, then all that's left is the really. It's gonna be the really annoying. I keep doing that. Keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, it'll be the super frustrating floor, but I'll clear up the floor in my own time. So let's just pull up our blue circle floor. Okay, I think stalls, small bridge. Oh, you know what? There's. Oh, this is gonna be awful, isn't it? Because it's just gonna be like lots of teeny tiny little bits, like these stalls. Oh, there we go. Clean the stalls. That's great. Small bridge guard. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should probably just like permanently be using my dirt vision. There we go. Excellent. What else here? Do I see? There we go. This wall. This wall is still dirty. Where is the dirt? Cargo net. But yeah, I suppose what we'll do is again I'll probably it's a little trim. This is fine. Oh, it's gonna be all baked into here, isn't it? Because for some godforsaken reason, it's just everywhere. That's why this game is going to convince me that the world is just not a clean place. I mean, it's not clean, but I should probably use the super fine. Actually, no, this is cleaning. This is good. we'll get this bit done, and I think I'll call it there. And then when we come back, this place will be spotless. Well, I'll probably get to a point where it is like 99%, 99.9% clean, and we'll get the finish up. So do you know what? We will leave things here. And I realize, oh no. You know, one of the things I just realized, I got my camera on the delay, and I don't really need to do that. So that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, isn't it? But you know what, never mind. Lessons learned. Anyway, you know what, with that all said, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. There'll be links to the socials in the description below. Next time we're here, we will be doing the next job, which we absolutely fine. We're gonna do the golf caddy, I think, and then we'll pick whatever job they throw at us. Anyway, with that all said, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I look forward to seeing you when I next do. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for joining me on this episode of Powerwash Simulator. So yes, you know, everything's going quite well. I'm looking at my list, and there's still like lots of little things that need to be done, but it's going to be okay. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can click on me right there, and I look forward to seeing you when I next do.